Welcome back, YouTube. Picking up where we left off. We've recovered our sprained wrist. And we're gonna go see what the weather looks like outside. It's about midday, so it should be warm enough to travel. Oh, we got the hide cured in the meantime. Okay, those guts aren't cured yet, but the hide cured. If we had cooking 5, we'd eat those. We don't need those yet. Okay. Put the meat down. There is some potential that the ptarmigan are back up. Let me quickly take a peek. I'm not hearing them, and I'm not seeing them, so I'm going to assume they're not up. Actually, what's sunny enough? That's the question. It is sunny enough. So we're going to start a fire, and I'm going to quickly cook our ptarmigan that we harvested the previous night. And then I might make the trip down to the dam area, because we got more deer hide down there, or we'll have some more deer hide down there. It might not be cured yet. And we, more importantly, have some more venison down there. Eat the ptarmigan. Much like rabbits, they're not a particularly great source of calories. To save on a little bit of weight, not that we need to right now, but to save on a little bit of weight, I'm going to reduce how many reishi teas I'm carrying around and drop down to 5. Because I'm hoping that in any scenario where I need to use reishi teas, I can get back to my reishi teas before I need to use more than 5. So right now, we've already started working on the shoes, the deerskin shoes. If we can get some more deerskin, we can also do our deerskin pants, which will be a big thermal help. It probably won't be this recording session, but we've got the bear hides curing. Once those are cured, we'll be able to do a bear hide coat, which is a really good coat. And then at which point we'll probably start, well, I'll probably try to hunt another 2 bears, but after that point we'll probably start actually mapping in earnest, because that's the long-term goal of the series, is to do, basically map the whole Bear Island. I'll probably do some of the Far Territory quest lines, but that obviously requires going to the Far Territories, which I haven't actually done yet. I haven't done the Far Territories quest lines yet, so I don't know how easy or dangerous those are. Memory serves, they're circling over a deer carcass next to the train, the rail train. They might be circling next to a human carcass. There's one over there as well, usually. I don't remember which one's up. See if we can get lucky and have any birch bark here. Not seeing any. Doesn't mean there isn't any, but it's just not. I'm just not seeing it right now. But I think it's blizzards that respawns the birch bark tea. So there may be some here because of the blizzard. I'm just not seeing any right now. Or I may have just gotten lucky and they haven't respawned. Or they haven't respawned yet. Oh dear. Sprained my ankle. That's not necessarily too much of a problem.
It hurts.
Wasn't like I was planning on having the character run anywhere anytime soon.
I don't feel so good.
And we're not going to climb anything either, so... I could try to hunt these deer. Wouldn't be the worst of plans. In case... we'll want to do something like that to drop it. Nah, they noticed me. Granted, they probably noticed me because I have the torch. Not necessarily because I'm particularly noticing me. Pop over here. I don't think I've looked at the birch bark over here, so there's a decent possibility there's some birch bark here.
Damn, that's smarts. I don't feel so good.
Oh, we found one.
That smarts a bit.
And two. Alright, we'll dip into the transition zone,
I'm gonna need some
eat some
aid
venison,
soon.
and then I'll pop back over to the dam and do crafting in the dam. Then once it gets too dark, I'll probably... Ooh, that's a good question. Do I want to sleep 4 hours here, or do I want to travel out to someplace with more bear? Because as long as we're not sprinting, having the sprained ankle isn't really a problem. I could take the trip out towards the coast. I suppose I don't need this torch anymore. I'll abandon this torch for the moment. And on the coast we can do fishing for food. Oh, that's a good question. Do I have... Have I made any fishing tackle? No. So that is something I should make. I should make a couple fishing tackle for fishing. Because we've been eating a lot of hunted food recently, which doesn't have any vitamin C. So to avoid scurvy, it might make sense to go down to the coastline and do some fish harvesting. Yeah, why it's still sunny, we can get a couple hours of crafting in. And then I can make the decision then if I travel down to Coastal Highway. We do bear hunting and fishing in Coastal Highway. I haven't had the best luck bear hunting in Coastal Highway, but I have hunted there before. And we do know some of the bears are up. We know the one out on the ice is up. We know the one on the river is up. I think the one behind the camp, or not, or behind the garage is also up. So I think there's three bears up there. Alright, so here's the workbench. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of your cured guts to make 2 pieces of line. So we can make fishing tackle later. Fishing tackle you make out of line and the hooks. And you can make them in the dark, so I don't necessarily need to make them right now. But I needed to make the line. The line you need daylight for. Okay, so I wore that sewn kit, which is fine. That's what we have it for. We're gonna go until it tells us we can't anymore, so it's now too dark. So that's where we're gonna have to stop. What's the weather like outside? It's a nice warm night, we'll probably begin the trip. No, it's incredibly cold. Maybe we'll postpone that trip then. I do want to go down to the coast to start gathering some fish and fish oil. But this is very windy and very cold, so we'd have to stop a lot on the way down there. Whereas if I sleep, I can get rid of the sprain. And that gives chance for the weather to change, right? So if the weather improves, then I can travel in better weather.
Damn, that's smarts.
And we can get our Will here to stop complaining about his ankle. I have the accessibility option on for people watching. That makes you not bob. If I'm playing by myself, I'll usually leave it off and accept the bobbing as the punishment for spraining my ankle. But for viewers, I've turned it off in case that makes you like motion sick or whatever. The most major thing that having one sprain is it stops you from climbing and it stops you from sprinting. So if I can get back to a good place to sleep, I'll sleep for 4 hours and get rid of the sprain, and we'll check the weather then. If the weather hasn't gotten worse, I'll probably head out. Coastal Highway. If the weather's gotten worse, then I'll sort of be stuck here, and I'll have to deal. No, I say stuck here. Nothing's really making me stuck here. I can travel in this weather. This is not particularly bad weather. Okay, so to get rid of this brain, we only need to sleep for 4 hours, so we will just sleep for exactly 4 hours. Yeah, this brain nickel is gone. Use the striker going off to see where the door is. This could be worse. Weather hasn't gotten that much worse, though the visibility has gone down. So yeah, we'll make the trip down to Coastal Highway. And we'll probably head to the coal mine first. If we can pull a bunch of coal out of the coal mine and bring that down to the coastline, we can do a bunch of preparation for fishing. I did use a fishing book to get us to fishing 2 already, if memory serves, which should help us in our fishing yields.
My fingers feel numb.
Will here is complaining about his fingers. With the new gloves we've given you, I'd actually expect your fingers to be some of the warmest part of your body, but, you know. Yeah, if anything, I think your feet would be colder than your fingers, given the current circumstances.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
See where we're going in this cave. I'm also going to double check to see how well cured our guts and hides are. About a third, okay. Or about 2/3. So I'm doing something a little risky. I'm sleeping for 2 hours in the cave. The weather could get really bad in those 2 hours, in which case I would get cold. But I was assuming that I was 2 degrees warm in the cave without the bedroll. And then I could probably eat the temperature dropping a bit if that was the case. I'm not even sure I actually slept for the full 2 hours in hindsight. I'm not recognizing. But I was pretty slept before. But it's a lot clearer now, so we'll get more loot as we go along. That's good to know. Might get lucky and get some more bird bark. Let's move along to the next cave, and we can potentially repeat the process in the next cave. Or there might be some rabbits outside the next cave, so I might do some rabbit hunting. Pull up the good old stone. And fire up the campfire in the cave once we've got the rabbits. We can harvest and eat the rabbits. Oh, the wind's not playing super nice right now. getting movement speed penalties due to walking relative to the wind. We will probably go down to the lower canyon and into what I think it's called Bleak Inlet. Bleak Inlet's the place with the cannery and the forge. We'll probably go down there once I've got cooking 5. One of the reasons is most of the stuff I hunt down there is actually predators. I mostly hunt the predators down there for food. So I want cooking 5 to go down there. To be fair, the main forage source I usually pick up down there is the bear. There's a bear down in there. I'm actually better at hunting that bear usually than I am at hunting the bear in Coastal Highway. I have a whole bunch of bad luck hunting the bear in Coastal Highway. Okay, so one's wrapped up, 2 rabbits up. Sounds like the ptarmigan might be up as well. I don't know where the ptarmigan are around here, so we're not going to hunt the ptarmigan, we're going to hunt the rabbits. So there's rabbity 1. Oop, shot going along. Where did the second one go off to? To leave stone. So I'm hunting the rabbits with the stone, because if you spook a rabbit, they'll eventually come back to the rabbit grove. Whereas I save the bow, or save the arrows, the fire-hardened arrows, for the ptarmigan. Because they often don't run off if you miss with the bow. They will run off if you miss with the stone. And the stone still only stuns them, so you still have to get close enough to break their neck. Which is going to chase all the other ptarmigans off. Whereas if you hit them with the bow, in case of both the rabbit and the ptarmigan, they stay down. At the drawback of, unlike the stones, which have infinite durability, the arrows don't have any durability. I'm having a right mess of hunting these rabbits. Oh, there's one. Was one. Where'd he go? Doing a good job of hiding from me in the brush here. Thought I saw him. Either that or my eyes are playing tricks on me. They do that a bunch. And I missed again. Need to stop doing that. Taking so much condition damage because I'm missing. There we go. Okay, where'd the second one go? Oh, there is a second one. Oops. Trying to pick up a stone, I throw the stone. Okay, I'm guessing probably that stone throw. I scared the second one off. We'll give him some time to come back. In the meantime, we're gonna contemplate warming up a bit. Oh, convenient water. We warm in the cave. No, we are not warm in the cave. It is officially cold enough that we are not warm in the cave. What's the temperature of this fire? Okay, so we'll be warm enough with the fire going.
Come on. Too cold to think. Turned out pretty well.
Gonna have 2 hours on this fire. Quickly get the meat off of the rabbit so we can get it cooking. Okay, now that we warmed up a bit, let's see if we can get that second rabbit. There it is. I tend to find hunting things is a little bit easier on flatter terrain. Just because I'm just more practiced at hunting on flatter terrain, to be fair, but... Okay, with that, we got something productive to do while we're warming up by the fire. Enough time to... Probably don't have enough time to sharpen, but we do have enough time to disassemble this torch and process some birch bark. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to grab my cooked rabbit there. Finish processing rabbit 2, and we'll go back to processing rabbit 1 once we've consumed our rabbit meat. I have a feeling I still have some rabbit meat in the inventory, but that'll be fine. Oh, actually, I don't need the cured rabbit hides. I'll leave the cured rabbit hides here for future me to pick up. I need them later. This is a place I come through pretty commonly. Oh, I will take the guts with me because they'll be useful crafting-wise. I'm gonna stick in the fire and pull it out as a torch. Any more meat that we didn't eat? Yes. Let's finish eating that meat so it's not going to attract wolves once we get into Coastal Highway. And this is probably a good place to leave off as far as YouTube's concerned. So YouTube, this is where we're going to put the break in. Next episode, we'll probably finish heading down to Coastal Highway. We may have... I don't necessarily know what I'll get done in Coastal Highway. I'm going to try to drag coal down to the coast to prep for fishing in the fishing hut. And we'll probably end up doing some beach combing as well. But that'll be next episode, so catch you tomorrow if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, I'll start up at least one more recording session.